to shake the boat up. We gonna give him a pass. But you're sacrificing so much when you don't say anything. Because in reality, our kids see this though. Our kids, and again, we all know this is universal anywhere. Kids know the truth. They know when you faking and shaking. So as adults, on our watch, if we're not doing what we're supposed to do, why wouldn't you expect the kids to behave the way they behave? When you're not creating a level of accountability. So the accountability has to start with us, to hold folks accountable, pushing folks out of the community, not allowing, we've had too many who are openly betraying us, and we allowing them back in. And so how can you have a value system within that? I mean, you talk about that morality piece, and because again, I remember growing up when the dope boys, they were the police. You did something in front of Miss Jackson's house, they would correct you. And again, that's part of some of those value systems left because when we grew up, many of them got shot, killed, and went to prison. So you got a wolf teaching a wolf. So why wouldn't you think you're gonna get more done with more savvy behavior? So again, we need more committed, accountable folks dealing with what's out there.
Well, Yusef, just sitting here talking to you, just conversing, I almost forgot we got an audience out there. It just reinforces in me why I love you and have respect that I do for you, brother. And keep doing what you're doing. But just to wrap things up, bringing it back full circle. Any last thoughts you want to say about Redemptive Soul? What would you leave to people with what do you want folks to leave here with tonight?
That we have work to do. That I'm nothing but a tool in this work that we need, and that we all have stories. Some of us choose to tell our stories, some of us choose to write our stories, some of us choose to hide our stories. And those stories of pain, of hurt, which comes out of our pressure. And the more of us can heal within those stories that we live in, the better that we all are, and that we're connected to each other, and that we need each other. And we're so quick to throw each other away. And we have to change that mindset. We have to change how do we not engage each other. And I think, for me, when you look at my life, when you look at everything I'm doing, here's a guy that had no roadmap, that came out of prison to nothing, that built some things out of sheer will, to be quite honest, out of fear. I'm not about to try to make it sound pretty or word it in a way. I was scared than hell. And because if I go back to the other side, ain't no coming back. Because what I know, because it's easy to get out here and manipulate. It's easy. If I wanted 1,000 people running behind Yusef, I can get there. But that's not what it's about. It's not about a personality. It's about a people who are suffering, and how do we relieve ourselves of that suffering? Again, when you look at our history, poverty has never been an excuse to behave poorly. Poverty was every reason to love ourselves even more, every reason to protect ourselves even more, because we understood our poverty was man-made. It was designed to oppress us. So, most people leave with understanding when I talk about redemptive soul, it's about us redeeming ourselves, because we all have a story of redemption. We all have a story of reclaiming who we are, and reclaiming who we are inspires us to get out here and do this work. So you can condemn that young man on the street all you want, but ask yourself, what have you done to help that young man? What have you done to help that young woman? You can condemn their parents, but what have you done to help their parents? You can call my mother whatever you want, but no one ever came to help her. I mean, just think, like, her only option to save me was to have me locked up. Can you imagine how she wrestled with that? You can imagine that 2 years that I was away, what it did to her spirit. There was no city council that she would go to. There was no recreation center. Crime in our community has become recreation for young men. And stop blaming the youth. Let's stop using these negative terms, at-risk youth. What is an at-risk youth? Really, look at that term and ask yourself that. Because they're at risk because they survive in the at-risk communities. And in reality, we're all at risk. They're trouble with you because they're troubled community. But we're all in trouble. And we have to stop breaking our community in fractions. Some of us only going to deal with the youth. Some of us only going to deal with the adults. But who's dealing with the parents? At the end of the day, we're all human. We all need some help. And we have to stop treating the black problem as a black hustle. And that's how we've lost our way, because we live in a capitalist society. So we're all trying to chase this money, and chasing this money, we lost our values, we lost our love. So again, when you treat me as a client, instead of your brother, instead of your sister, that changes the dynamics of the relationship. So again, what motivates me is to serve my community well with someone that served me when I was a little.
Let's give it up for the author.